morning. Here we go. Om Deepo Jyoti Para Brahma Deepo Jyoti Janardana Deepo Haratme Papam Deepo Jyoti Namostute Puja Deepo Namostute. I need a second match. Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhana sampada shatra buddhi vinasaya deepo jyoti namostute deepo jyoti namostute. Good morning. Happy Friday. So today we are looking at our inner landscape as if it is filled with stars. As always, there is inspiration as to why. Now, I know we have our monthly overarching theme story of Vega and Altair, but I really love looking at how celestial stories, names still live on in our day-to-day life. And I'd really love to tell you how Venus shapes the day today. So, Venus was before named Venus by the Romans, of course, the Roman name for Aphrodite. Venus was called Lucifer. And that might feel a little strange to hear at first. I certainly prickled when I heard that because of what the name Lucifer is linked to, but this is the story as to why. So the planet Venus has a slight blue hue, and at long stretches of the year, Venus rises just before the sun does. So Venus would rise pre-dawn and look brilliantly blue and bright and beautiful. And then the moment the sun rose, the sun's rays were so strong, it literally looked like the sun made Venus drop out of the sky. So Venus would rise, the sun's rays would block it out, and then all of a sudden you weren't able to see the planet Venus anymore. Now, Lucifer as a name means Lightbringer. In the 19th century, there was a match company called Lucifer's because when you strike the match, you get the light. Anyway, Venus was the Lightbringer, Lucifer. And that then became popularized in a story from the Bible in the chapter of Isaiah. And in this chapter, a king is particularly naughty and he experiences a great fall from grace. He's known as this great king. He does something terrible. He then falls to his knees and is completely shunned from society. And from that point on, he was called Lucifer because he was great and bright and brilliant and beautiful. And then all of a sudden, he wasn't. So the name Lucifer then became linked biblically with people, with beings, with philosophical ideas that were once great and then fell. And that is how it became linked with Satan. But of course, it holds true that it is the goddess, it is Venus, it is the light bringer. And the Romans really loved this story. They really loved this idea of light coming. So they named their day after Venus. And we still keep within us the Norse goddess in our Friday. So Friday comes from the Norse Freya's day. And then there is the Roman Venus Day, and then even in India there's Shukravana, and Shukra is the Indian name for the planet Venus. So there's so many wonderful links that keep us really feeling how we are connected, not just to the space around us, but how that space around us informs our day. So pretty much wherever you go in the world, Friday is a day for the goddess. And that's why I'm wearing red today. So it is Goddess Day, and we are going to be inspired by that with our meditation. So coming into a comfortable seat, allowing yourself to wiggle length all the way up through the spine and gently soften the slope of the shoulders. And just taking a moment as you close the eyes to let the head gently perch on top of your shoulders. And focus your awareness onto your breathing. Just taking a moment to absorb what landed with you in that story. Friday being the day of the goddess, the day of light, the day of Venus, no matter where she resides in the world. Breathing in to the depths of your belly. And then just start to begin gentle movements, swaying through the head and the neck. Opening that bridge between brain and body. And letting that movement travel down into the shoulders, rolling, squeezing, releasing. And maybe letting the arms come into it, stretching them forwards, out, up. Just really simple. Nothing set, nothing overly complex. This beautifully simple connecting movement. It can then start to wiggle its way down into the spine, the back, the chest. Oh. Maybe finding some sways, some side body stretches, some rib cage circles. Scooping in the opposite direction. And then at the very least, feel free to rub the legs, to wiggle the toes, or to stretch the legs out and bring them back in. Allowing the breath and the body to form that beautiful foundation for the seat of your awareness in meditation. So just wiggling, fidgeting, and finally settling into a comfortable seat. We're going to place the hands into Ha Kini Mudra, which is where all 5 of the fingertips connect, and we create this wonderful sort of orb-like space between the hands. Now there's 2 ways you can practice with Ha Kini Mudra, or 2 distinct ways. You can place it at the heart, but we're going to be holding it for a little while, so I actually really invite you to topple your fingertips down and then let this shape rest in your lap. So just to show you what that looks like. Just letting that topple down and rest here. So my arms are supported by my upper thighs and then the fingertips just drop into the lap that way. So choosing which of those you want to, and know you can move between the 2. It could even be quite nice to inhale them up to the heart. And then exhale, toppling it down to the body. In fact, yeah, let's do a few rounds of that. I'm actually feeling a strong pull to inhale when the hands are low. And then exhale the hands to the heart. Play with that breathing rhythm yourself and just notice which one you're more drawn to, whether you want to follow the literal anatomical journey of the breath in and down and then up and out, or you want to follow the feeling that ripples out from the breath. And then as you rest, letting those hands soften wherever you wish to let them, into the lap, to the heart, but keeping all 5 of those fingertips together, creating that lovely orb. So Hakini is another goddess. Friday, the day of the goddess. Hakini is the goddess of the third eye, of Agnya Chakra, our ability to see clearly. So as you allow your awareness to slowly creep in layer by layer from the most external, gently journeying internally, just notice what you are drawn to. Notice where your attention lands, in the same way you would notice a bird landing on a branch. There's no rhyme or reason as to why the bird has landed there, it just has. And you noticed. Now letting your awareness feel like that. A simple landing and an acknowledgement. As your awareness slowly begins to draw closer and closer in, again, just notice where your attention lands. Just taking a moment to remind yourself that your body, the field of the mind, the cosmos of your physical being is a part of nature. Not just a part of nature, it is nature. So everything that exists within you exists outside of you, and vice versa. Because we can't physically peer into the body, it can create a wonderfully potent landscape for imagination. And this morning, I'd love you to awaken the visual, the felt sense that your body is the cosmos. Your body is filled with a beautiful deep blue light, like the carpet of night. And throughout the inner layer of your being are stars. As your awareness moves deeper into the layers of your being, feel that beautiful expanse of space within you, gently prickled with glistening, gleaming stars. And just like when we look at the night sky, initially we may not see too many stars. But as you'll have probably done at least once or twice in your life, the longer you look, the more you see. And so let this meditation be an exploration of the same vein. Allow your attention and awareness to bring forth either a clearer visual or a stronger sense Whether you see it or not is unimportant. Just breathe into the body, following that pace, depth, and movement of breath until you begin to see, feel that beautiful expanse of dark space within you, littered with glowing, gleaming stars. And this is where our goddess Hakini comes in. Because she is the goddess of Agnya Chakra, the third eye, she entices us to pierce our awareness, hone it, see beyond, see deeper. And so as your awareness meanders through the star-studded field of your body, let your awareness glide from the head to the toes, the knees to the shoulders, the back to the front of the body, like you are scanning the night sky for a star that pulls and draws your awareness for whatever reason. And as your mind meanders through your being, let your awareness land on a body part, envisaging, feeling the presence of an inner star in that placement. And this really can be anywhere. It could be in a little toe or finger. It could be in the back curve of one of your ears. It could be in the nape of your neck or your waistline. It could, of course, be your heart, your lower belly, the crown of your head, but letting this star of this area of your being light up and anchor your awareness. And allow the awareness of this inner star to rise as Venus does so often through the year. She arises before dawn, lighting the way for the path of the sun to rise. So let this inner star be the rising that allows the sun, the light of your inner awareness, to rise behind. And as the light of your inner awareness becomes stronger, like the sun rising into the sky, that star may feel less prominent, less bright, less visible. But that doesn't mean it's not there. So even though, as you move through today, that connection to the star and to the part of the body it resides within may ebb and flow from your awareness. But that doesn't mean that it's not there. Even as the inner landscape of your body becomes brighter, flooded and filled with warm, bright light, the soft, gentle light still remains. And it is our ability to recognize that links us with such great goddesses as Shukra, Venus, Aphrodite, Freya, Hakini, Lakshmi. You pick. Pick your goddess. As you inhale, let your hands in the mudra lift, and it might feel a little hard to push the palms together. That's genuinely as close as I can get right now. There's something stopping me. And then just taking a deep breath in, let those hands separate one finger at a time. Again, just because the hands have separated doesn't mean that awareness is no longer there. And as you awaken through the hands, wiggling, moving, circling, really look at how beautiful your hands are. I think that hands are one of the most beautiful things about human beings. And really looking at those hands, letting them be the first thing you really take in after your meditation. Maybe feel the texture of the hands, rub them together if it feels comfortable. And look at the elegance, the curves, the shapes, the texture, the colours, the lines. Your hands are like a mini representation of the beautiful variance of the universe in your hands. And take a deep breath in as you circle the arms, connecting the palms overhead. And as you exhale, hug the hands to heart center, bowing ever so slightly. Breathing into the depths of your being. Feeling those different types of light. That inner Lucifer, light bringer, the bright light of your inner awareness. And the interplay of the two as they move you through your day. And I say we close our practice with 3 rounds of so hum. So hum means that I. And it is an enticing mantra for us to see ourselves as essentially tiny versions of the massiveness of the universe. In the same way we have this individuality in our palms, in our voice, in our eyes, we also have this wonderful similarity undercurrent to everything that exists in the known universe. So just remembering that you are all of these stories, all of these ideas, they flow through you in the wonderful plait of human history. So hum. So hum. So hum. Bowing to the goddess you choose, but also the goddess within you. Om Shanti. Thank you very much. Happy Goddess Day, happy Friday. I hope it's a beautiful one.